Okay, so this is gonna be my first time using the Natasha Denona Retro palette. This is her latest launch. These are the shades. I think I can speak for every Natasha Denona fan when seeing these like pictures being promoted of this palette versus the mini retro. There is no comparison in the colors. But anyways, with that being said, I still do love this color story. So I think I'm gonna play with some of the purple shades or purple-ish shades. Bear with me. Okay, going in with the Morphe JH32. I'm gonna go into the shade Mod, which is the shade right here. It's the lightest shade in the palette. Gonna dust that all over. Using the same brush, I'm gonna go into the shade Andy, which is this color right here. Right in the transition area. It's like a pinky, purpley, like mauve color, but it's pretty. Very, very light, like a light wash of color. Okay, now with the JH31, I'm gonna go in with the shade Groove, which is the shade right here. I'm going to take this in the crease area. With a clean blending brush that's somewhat kind of tapered. The JH33 by Morphe. I'm just going to buff out the outer edge, if you will. Now going back with the first brush with no additional product, just gonna go over the transition area. Now all over the lid, I think I'm going to use the shade Swing, which is down here. I'm going to mist my flat brush, which is the JH47. This is looking very purple. Okay. Using the same brush, I'm gonna use the other side and spritz it down, and I'm going to use the shade Jude. It's like a pewter color. I'm just gonna keep this kind of on the inner portion of the eyelid, and I'm not gonna venture off, just keep it like right here. I'm gonna go back into the shade Swing, flipping the brush over to the previous side, and just increase the intensity on the lid, the rest of the lid. This brush right here, the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH40, small tapered brush. And I'm going with the shade Rebellion, which is right here. Just gonna keep it on the outer corners. I'm gonna go back in with that flat blending brush, the Morphe JH33, and I'm just going to buff out the edges. Now for the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with the Morphe JH37. And I'm gonna go back in with the first shade, Andy, that we used as our transition. Now I'm going to take the Morphe JH43, which is, you know, a flat definer brush. And I'm gonna go in with the shade Guess Groove, which is what we use as our transition. Go back in with the brush we used on the lower lash line previously, the JH37. I'm just gonna buff out what I did. Okay. For the inner corner, I think I'm going to use Psychedelic, which is this middle shade right there, on a JH42. It's very, very tiny, like my pinky nail is bigger than this brush. I nested it a little bit So now I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay 24 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Voodoo. I'm sorry if you hear snoring. I think that purple came out nice. I already did my lips. I've got on Alamar Cosmetics lip liner in the shade Dulce. And the lip gloss I got is a Becca Glow Gloss in the shade Beach Nectar. This was a limited edition. You can't get this anymore, unfortunately. And that is the look. So as you can see, I went really purple. I could have definitely played with the other shades and kept them more, you know, pinky, warm, and, you know, romantic. Well, I wouldn't really say warm. I think it's more of a cool tone palette. But anyway, I could definitely kept it, you know, light and romantic with all these mauve color shades, but I took it pretty deep and purple. So of course I don't match what I have on, but that's not the point. We're just playing in makeup. So I swatched a couple of the shades because I couldn't decide what to put on my lid. I don't even know what these shades are anymore, but the shimmers are really nice. A couple of her shades are her cream to powder formula. So I noticed that going in, it was definitely Andy and Rebellion, and I believe Groove. Yeah, I believe that was a cream to powder too. So it's got a different texture, and you have to be very careful with where you place it, because it's kind of like wherever you place is where it sticks, so you have a hard time blending it out. But it definitely packs a punch. But if you go in very light-handedly, it doesn't, you don't really have that problem. Overall, I love the palette. I think this is a great addition to my collection and arsenal of Natasha Denona. And I hope you enjoyed this look. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. And have a good one. Bye.